Hey guys, it's RodimusPrimal. I am back in another video, and today I'm going to give you guys my review for the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy's Kingdom Tigatron. And this one I've actually been really excited about because some people were saying that they really liked the Cheetor mold and some people didn't. And, you know, they said that they fixed a lot of issues with Tigatron. They made him a much larger figure. So we're going to actually contrast and compare him to Cheetor, as well as some other figures as well, and give you a rundown whether or not to get this guy. I mean, taking a look at the packaging art, there he is on the box, and his artwork in particular, really nice. We'll say that for sure. But we're going to open him up, so without further ado, let's sit back, relax, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and let's transform and roll out. Consider supporting the channel on Patreon, becoming a channel member, or purchase some merch in my spring store today. Alright, so here is Tigatron out of the packaging, and the first thing you're going to notice is that this figure has a little bit of QC issues right out of the box. They painted one shin and did not paint the other, which kind of makes me a little angry because now I have to go find a paint that can match this, unless of course I do a swap and return of this figure. But you know, one way or the other, I'm gonna have to do something about this. But anyway, the figure itself, just outside of the QC problems, this figure itself is a awesome figure. I will say, I really enjoyed the figure overall. The poseability on him. The one thing that I had some trouble with, which I do wish that he had a little bit more of a neck, because I mean, in the animated series, since they are trying to shoot for more Beast Wars accuracy in robot mode, his neck was a little bit more poseable, but here it's just kind of like very stagnant, which is something that the original figure had, which I will show you. Did not have as much poseability on the neck either, so it's not the end of the world. But he comes with two accessories. He comes with a gut gun, which Cheetor did not come with, as well as, of course, his tail. The big thing a lot of folks, you know, were saying about Tigatron was like, oh, I don't want to get Tigatron because he's just a retool of Cheetor. And no, he is not. He shares some of the same design elements, because the original toy was a repaint of Cheetor, but in this case for Tigatron, they went with a whole new mold, and I gotta say, he looks awesome. You know, very poseable, a lot of fun to play with. You know, has waist articulation. You know, the tiger head molded there looks awesome. You can see the eyes, which I'm going to bring actually closer. You can see the eyes on him. His face sculpting is phenomenal. I really dig this figure. I just wish I did not have a QC problem with him at all. And that is like the one detriment to the figure. And other than that, you know, again, I'm very happy with him in robot mode so far. But giving a quick comparison of him, this here is the Japanese reissue of Tigatron that was a little bit more white than the original Beast Wars release, and and the gut gun, which my copy for some reason does not stay in his hand very well, is actually a water squirt cannon. So you can actually fill this with water and shoot with it, which there is no way I'm going to end up doing that. I don't want to end up, you know, ruining my figure. And of course, the tail does become a weapon as well. Is normally his, believe the gut gun is his normal gun. And this was never actually used, to my understanding, in the show. But the other thing to take note of is that since Tigatron himself does have another retool out there with the other mutant Tigatron, some folks were wondering, oh, hey, what's up with that beast head? Why does he have a beast head? Well, the original Beast Wars figure had beast heads that came down, and that was just something that they did with the figures. They were trying to do something different. Pretty much the entirety of Beast Wars was trying to be different, and looking at them side by side, this new figure is just awesome. And here he is with the rest of his Season 1 cast. Of course, he has to have his Lady Airraiser standing next to him. You can see how much of a difference there is with Kingdom Cheetor. This is actually the Netflix version. I have, the core class Rat Trap, Voyager Rhinox, RodimusPrimal, and of course, Dinobot. So let's move on to transformation. Now, transforming him, of course, we're going to remove his weapons. And then from here, what we're going to do is we're going to move the arms out of the way. And I'm going to actually start with the legs specifically, is we're going to pull the tiger legs out. The heel spurs underneath go here. And then this piece, you kind of fold it down just enough so that when you do push the legs in, they get out of the way quite easily and push in like so. Then we're going to open up his abs here. This is going to move, allow you to get the tiger head out of here, because otherwise it's going to get stuck. And so then from here, we push this up, open the head, and his robot head just kind of folds in like so. And then his tiger head comes in like that. And we're going to move the arms out of the way. And from here, one of the steps that I had an issue with when I first transformed him was trying to get the shoulders, the robot arms in like so, is to get them just in the right spot, because you're sitting there wondering, okay, well, where do they go, right? Once they actually fold in like this, and you get it together, what you actually have to do is you have to push it down a little bit, and it is going to overhang this green piece. So the green piece is not going to be covered, the actual crotch plate. And then you can close the rest of the tiger up as you need to. And I just move the arm out of the way a little bit there. Maybe that's interfering. There we are. And we close him up like so. Tiger legs pulled out, and of course here I am popping it off on camera. The ball joint itself is actually quite easy to come out, so that is something that is notable in case you are giving it a lot of force. It means that it's a good thing, because it also means that the figure has very tight joints, which is a welcome addition to him. And then we're going to take his tail, insert it like so. And the gun itself doesn't actually have legitimate storage. You can place it here if you want to, but that kind of looks ridiculous. So here you have Tigatron in tiger mode. And wow, he looks great. Looks fantastic. Take a look at that head sculpt overall. We're going to get a look at the eyes and the molded detail that they've done to him. It is a awesome looking tiger, I will say, for the work that they've done to give us a suitable tiger mode. And, when you take a look at some of the other, older Beast Wars figures, it's you always wanted them to make a better looking cat mode or animal mode for whatever transformer they were transforming in, whatever animal they were transforming into. And here now they've given us something that is really awesome. And further comparing his original Beast Wars figure, of course this is the Japanese release of Tigatron, so you can see the differences that they've made in order to make a much more cohesive looking tiger. And that's where you can really tell the difference and how much great work they've done to make this Tigatron figure. And, overall, I mean, just look at the head sculpts, right next to each other, how different they are overall. So again, gotta say, this particular Tigatron figure is a welcome addition. And for final comparisons, you can see here all of Season 1's Beast Wars characters for the Maximals hanging out together, and they look great. And you can see the big differences in the size between the two cats, between Tigatron and Cheetor. And of course, we couldn't be complete without having the lady ride a tiger. And of course, you know, Rat Trap and Optimus riding on Rhinox. And of course, I've got my Dinobot there with an upgrade kit. So let's do the final wrap up. So overall, I really dig this figure. I think it's probably the best version of Tigatron that we've gotten outside of the Masterpiece line. So if you can't afford the Masterpiece figure, it's definitely worth to have in your collection. Especially even QC issues, or there it is. QC issues aside, it is still a great figure. I'm going to end up probably getting some paint to try and fix this little bit of problem. But other than that, it's like, I don't even know if it needs anything else other than outside of it, because it's really just a good figure. I think it's a lot better than Cheetor as a mold. I mean, there are some similarities, but there are differences, and they're not made from the same mold, just very similar tooling. But I wonder what you guys think. What do you think of Kingdom Tigatron? Have you picked him up, or have you thought about it? Have you been on the fence about it? Of course, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Be sure to thumbs up this video and subscribe. Check out my other videos as well. I have many more Transformers videos like this coming soon, so stay tuned. And as always, guys, until next time, till all are one.